do you have any last words for the audience? Hello, and welcome back to this week's episode of Yep to My App. I'm still Erica Starr, and today I'm here with
Taylor.
And today we're talking about crashing the fuck out. Our crash outs range very widely from severe and reasonable crash outs to mine.
There's the spectrum, and then there's Erica.
Yeah, because mine are fucking foolish. And for those of you who aren't aware of what a crash out is, I just Googled this before the podcast because I just wanted to make sure we didn't sound stupid. It is an overwhelming, passionate feeling of frustration, or feeling upset, or just, for lack of better words. So, we're just gonna get started. We're gonna go back and forth on things that make us crash out, things we've crashed out about, hypotheticals even. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. And yeah, I'm excited.
I'm so excited. I love crashing out.
Yeah, it's been Taylor's thing for
quite some time.
Yeah.
I was crashing out before it was a term. Like the people taking selfies before the verb. Is selfie a verb?
It's a noun.
A noun. I'm going to crash out about that now when I go home.
Yeah, so I figured I'll bring up one that you brought up to me before. I'm iffy on it, but I want to see how you feel about it.
Oh my God. I brought it up before?
Yeah.
Oh God, okay.
Your friends who still follow your ex. How do you feel about that? Is that crash out worthy or not?
No, but you know what's so funny? That the other day, I thought about so I had one of my friends over at my apartment, and my lights are still dim because my app had my ex had the app on his phone to make the lights bright or dim. So I've had dim lighting in my house this whole time because I haven't downloaded the app, and I'm not gonna ask him to fuck you, can you turn up my lights? And I thought to myself, I was like, what if she texted him and was like, hey, it's actually really dark in her living room. Can you make these brighter? Because I swear, I feel like they look brighter after she left.
What?
I would crash out about that. I'm choosing not to think about it. I'm choosing to pretend.
Does she know that he has the app, that it's up to him?
I don't know. That's why I'm choosing not to crash out about it. Because that, I think, is crash out worthy. Reaching out to my ex about anything that has to do with my apartment. Anything that has to do with anything, honestly.
Yeah, because I'd be the type that if I was ex, I'd be like, haha, bitch got dark lights in her house.
I feel like you would just make shit dark. Just turn
the lights off.
And that'd be it. So, no, honestly, eventually it will be a crash out for me. Because it'll be I think for right now, it's more or less it's still fresh. So right now, I think it's more some people don't know. Some people are well, I'm just going to keep an eye on him for you or whatever. But eventually, if it's if he gets engaged and you post congratulations or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a crash out.
Okay.
We should not be congratulating anything he does.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I still don't know how I feel about it because it's also a thing for me of well, how much of my friend are you? For people who aren't as close to me and they still follow my ex, I'm not really fucking with that, but
I feel it also depends on the breakup. Some breakups are just very oh, we grew apart, things just didn't work out. And it's lines don't have to get drawn, but there are a lot of breakups where lines get drawn and it's do you really support this person and who they are?
Yeah.
If you're that passionate about people following I don't know, a political person, why can't we do the same for an ex? That's how I feel.
I don't know if I'm also iffy because I'm just a nosy person altogether.
Exactly.
I just like being in the business just for the sake of knowing. I'm the person who I follow a couple for years, that people that I knew in middle school, and I find out that they broke up 8 years after. And it's because I just started wondering. I was like, I wonder if these two are still together. I go through their following. I go through a possible who maybe the person that they cheated on them with. I'm like, it feels like it could have been this girl. I go through tagged photos and everything. And I do nothing with the information. I just know it now. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that's it. One of my most recent crash outs, this had to be 2 days ago, was me I wasn't yelling. I was just really upset. You know those people on motorcycles who feel... I was just sitting minding my business in front of my gym trying to amp myself up to go. I was with my boyfriend. And then you would hear like the brah, 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 brah. And I'm like, the motorcycle wasn't moving. He was just parked.
Oh, he's just revving up?
Yeah. Well, I don't think that's how a rev sounds.
Well,
a rev is more like...
You're right. You're right.
Or like he was just... Brah,
just
brah,
making
brah,
noise.
fucking motorcycle farts. And I was so upset because for what? Like for me, I have always said this. Anyone with a loud car... Anyone with a loud motorcycle,
I
got a
love loud
small
cars.
weenie. Then you like small weenies.
You know what's so fucking funny?
No. We don't gotta say names, but
We can't. I can't. Like my wife too much, but
for the guy who had a loud car who messed with Taylor.
you don't have to worry. You don't have to block me. I'm not gonna call you. But I don't know. There's nowhere to go from that. So what was your crash out? Like you were just like really mad about it?
I
Or,
was
like,
just...
Did you tell him to shut the fuck up?
No, I just get really upset about these things. Like, so like my boyfriend gets really upset with me because, not really upset, but he just like, Eric, what the fuck? Because I say things out loud and he's like, you think they don't hear you? And then sometimes I'm like, I wish they did so they know how stupid they sound and how dumb they look. Because it's Williamsburg. Like, we're not somewhere that like this pra noise is like normal.
Well, where the fuck is that normal?
Places where like guns are shot and fireworks go off. Girl, there were 3 white people in front of me who were like, oh my God, what's happening? And I was like, chill.
I think that like Williamsburg is borderline appropriate.
It depends which part of Williamsburg. Like the part of Williamsburg I grew up in, yeah.
Yeah, that's
but we
what
were
I'm
not
saying.
in that part. We were, you know, the yuppies.
The $10 matcha part?
Yeah.
Okay.
The juice generation part.
The juice generation part.
Because we got fucking 3 within a 2-block radius, and I don't know why. I swear that shit's they're dealing drugs.
No, that's a fucking crash out. Because why are they so close? Why do we need?
We don't need that much juice.
That's not even a low stakes crash out for me. There's way too many coffee shops in New York. Like everybody had this crazy idea to own a coffee shop one day.
I mean, one time I counted how many Starbuckses I ran into just walking from the train to wherever it is I had to go, and I counted 12. It was 10 blocks.
Ridiculous. Like, anytime somewhere closes, a coffee shop opens immediately after. It's like every time like a man lies, a New Yorker opens a fucking coffee shop. Like, why?
I thought you were going to say an angel gets their wings.
No, a fairy dies and a coffee shop opens in New York.
And a girl, no, every time a man lies, a woman dyes her hair red. That's what it is.
That's on my list of like.
You want to dye your hair red?
Well,
you want someone to fuck you over so bad you dye your hair red?
Now hold on. Now hold on. I have a list of things that I think are crash out worthy after a breakup. And I wanted us to like talk about like where should we put them on the spectrum of like, oh, this is just like, oh, like she's just a little hurt. Or this is like, oh, like, okay, she's in the trenches. I feel like getting a tattoo, dyeing your hair, a whole face, and then wait, there was one more. Hold on.
Dyeing your hair, getting a tattoo, whole phase. And what was your last one?
Yeah, dyeing your hair. Oh, the gym wellness era.
Oh.
I think the gym era is low stakes. I think everybody does that after a breakup. Like, you just like...
Even if you go for a week.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You take your pictures, whatever.
The tattoo, I feel like also low stakes.
I think that's high stakes. I think you have to be really... I don't have any tattoos. Okay. So for me to feel so hurt by something that I'm putting ink on my body about it...
See, but that's what's different. I have 6. And so for me, I'm just like, fuck it, get a tattoo.
Like, what is the tattoo? Like, if it's like no rain, no flowers, oh, they're hurt.
Oh, no.
They're hurt.
See, I would get a tattoo just because, like, this is the way I've always thought about it. Like, now there's a version of my body you've never seen. I
like that.
Yeah, that's why I
never thought of it like that.
And it would be a tattoo that I want, not on some, like, love hurts or some dumb shit, you know?
I think red hair is in the middle. I think bangs is crazier than red hair.
No, to me...
Because that's a crash out.
Yeah, but
Any type of hair, extreme haircut?
Okay, so so this is where we switch sides, because for me, I chop off a lot of my hair all the time, and my hair grows back pretty fast. I feel like dyeing your hair is terrible because I have virgin hair when it comes to color, and I feel like putting any like dye in my hair, I'm fried now.
That's how I feel about the tattoos. Like I have a virgin body.
Wow.
Allegedly.
And I'm just ran through with my tattoos. That's crazy. Wait, and what was the other thing?
A whole face. I think a whole face is that's low stakes.
What?
Some people.
That's the
no,
bitch.
no.
No, I feel like that's
After a breakup, like if they made you feel like really low about yourself, you need to go on Hinge and you need to read through all of the replies you get from people who are just fucking hornballs.
okay.
Like, make you feel so much better.
No,
about
but what's
yourself.
the whole phase? Just the talking or the sex part?
Just the talking.
Oh,
If I mean,
get all
if
the
you
compliments. Do what you want.
yeah, because do what you got to do to make you feel better, but you bring yourself up to an extreme after a while.
What you mean? What extreme?
Because I think a hoe phase is low stakes. Like I just think that that's almost like, yes.
So you're
get back
like,
outside.
go be a hoe and then dye your hair.
Yeah, like if you get to the point where it's like you're having like a Mamma Mia moment, like you crashed out too hard. You crashed out way too hard.
All right. I don't know where I stand on this one. The whole phase, like, this is gonna. I feel like when you're just single, like just flat out single, the whole phase is just your way of being. I feel like that's like neutral.
Like, welcome to my practice. Come as you are. Like,
I'm sorry.
I mean, we'll find out. We'll find the fuck out.
Okay, on to the next thing that pisses me off.
Okay.
Once again, very like chill, crash out. When I get emails from LinkedIn that say you're on a roll and I've gotten not a single job offer, I'm telling you, mine are mad specific. Like,
yo,
I get those emails and I'm fucking pissed.
Yeah.
They'll be
That's
like,
annoying.
35 jobs looked at your application
Or they'll
today.
be like, they viewed your profile again. Okay.
No email.
They're not gonna fucking
Nothing.
call me though.
Yep. That's the shit that be pissing me off.
That would piss me off too.
Up there with that, 3D puzzles. You ever done a 3D puzzle?
No, I don't think I have the bandwidth.
You ever done it? It's like wooden blocks or like...
Yes. Those piss me off. I did one of those and then my cats flipped it over.
What? What do you mean flipped it over?
Like I had it on a tray because I just finished it and they were like having their zoomies and they ran across the couch and flipped the tray over of the puzzle.
So what kind of puzzle are you talking about?
The wooden ones where like it's wood, you have to like hook them together.
Yeah. What is knocking it down?
It fucking fell apart and I had to do it again.
No, you don't
Took
put
me a
it like
long time.
together. No.
Okay, so we're talking
me.
about a different puzzle.
Like,
maybe
okay,
puzzles in general.
Here's an example. Like you got a puzzle that has like, 3 pieces of metal or wood, whatever. And then
You're deep.
I know which one you're talking. You're talking about the ones that it actually builds something, but you have to rearrange the pieces enough times until you make the thing that
Yeah.
you're oh, okay, yes. That's
You're really deep into puzzle talk. Like, what is this? Like, the metal.
So I was at the Museum of Mathematics the other day.
Okay.
And I had the fucking time of my life. They had like they had 8 to 10 3D puzzles, and I solved one. And
How long?
It took me like 28 minutes to do, and I felt like a fucking genius when I did it. And the guy there made an effort to make me feel stupid when I put it back together, like the complicated way, the way that usually started. And I was like, oh, that's it. All you do is this. And then it fell right apart in my hands. And it was like, that wasn't the way. He came up to me. He goes, no, actually, this is how you do it. And I was like, oh, thanks for making me feel stupid. And
He waits for that moment. Like, every fucking day.
okay. So the people who work at the Museum of Mathematics is like a bunch of high school kids who don't have friends. And I don't mean this to say like if you're smart, you don't have friends. But I know these guys don't have friends. The way
Maybe they are friends with each other.
Like, that's going to get them far. But what?
This really was a crash out for you.
No, I was pissed. But then But then, yeah, then I started, I was doing like other puzzles and stuff. And then like, not toddlers, but like young kids would come up to me like, hey, can you do this? And I'm like, yeah, I can. And we're just like, it was just such a fun fucking time. I had a ball.
What I would add to like the crash out from like LinkedIn, when Ria's my cat, she passed away last year. I told Petco, no, I told PetSmart that she passed away. They like put her account as inactive. Never got an email about like her health chart or anything. Told Petco. They're like, oh, okay, like, thanks for letting us know. I still would get like, it's Ria's birthday. Ria needs her vaccines and all these different things like that. And I like, it would happen to like my worst moment. Like I'd be like so stressed out at work and he'd be like, oh, Ria needs her rabies shots. Like, no, she doesn't.
Oh my gosh.
So
aren't they supposed to send you I don't know if it was Petco. I think it's Chewy. Chewy sends you like a sweet thing when your dog passes.
Yeah. So I never did Chewy for her, but
that was a sad
Petco.
one.
She doesn't need her rabies vaccine.
Cancel Petco. I didn't like that one.
I know.
You heard that, Piri? Don't die.
Okay.
Next on my crash out list, when you ask a guy if they do their eyebrows, simply because...
Wait.
No. We like a guy who does their eyebrows.
Okay, but like, why are we asking them though?
Because when they look nice, why you never? I do that shit all the time. If someone has nice eyebrows, I'd be like, do your eyebrows? But if it's a guy, because girls obviously do their eyebrows.
Yeah.
But guys, like, I'm like, oh, you do your eyebrows because it looks sharper than most. And I hate when they immediately go on defense and they're like, no, but like my barber shapes it up. Shut the fuck up. They say the same thing every time. You do your eyebrows. You're doing your fucking eyebrows. Like,
I feel like in their mind when you're asking them, like they're imagining like actually getting them threaded.
like that's a problem.
It's not a problem, but it's a very interesting question to ask. That's all. I just assume that if your barber isn't shaping up your eyebrows, your barber doesn't like you. Either that or you're tipping $5.
Listen, it's not gay to do your eyebrows.
It's not. We love it.
Say you do your eyebrows. That's like a dude with glossy fingernails. You got a manicure? Nah, I just be spitting on my hands.
Just fucking dip my hands in olive oil before I leave.
Like, what the fuck? Start flicking you with it. Like, ew. But yeah. And then the last thing I have on like my minor crash outs are people who send you what I call like a pretext before the main text.
When it's like, hey, by the way.
Yeah.
And then whatever it is comes like.
And it takes like 8 minutes and you're there waiting. Like, I'm an immediate texter. So I'm putting a fucking question mark on that shit. Yeah, you do that.
Because I like to say to people, I have tea. And I like to make sure like they're in a mental space where they're already excited to know what's coming. I hate leading with the tea and I get like a mid response. Or it's like cooking, we'll watch this later.
I will purposely give you a mid response if you go, bitch. Crickets. Like, what? Like, what the fuck am I do with that?
I don't know, wait, have I done that recently? I don't think so.
Not super recently, but I know you've done it. In the same way that how you don't be answering sometimes.
Sometimes. I'm getting better at that.
Yeah.
Eventually.
You still suck.
I'm working on it.
What's next on your crush?
Let's see what we have. Oh my God. This was very hyper specific. This was a lesson learned on how I interact with my friends when they're in relationships. Helping your friend break up with their ex and they get back together. And I don't mean like after like 6 months or whatever. I'm talking like 3 business days later or like the next day. They're like talking about what happened at breakfast. That pisses me off so bad. Why are you crashing out to me, crying, screaming? I need to get away from I don't take it lightly when a woman tells me I need to get away from this man. I get into like survival mode. Okay, how are we getting you away from him? How are we gonna get him to understand like he cannot have contact with you right now?
Yeah.
But if that's a lifeline, like that's a SOS I let people use one time with me. Because I remember I used to work somewhere where this girl like really wanted to like get away from her ex. He pulled up to the job. Like she happened to see through the window. He parked directly next to her car. We took her out the back way and drove her to my house. And then later on that evening, we went and got her car. Because I thought she was in that much danger. They went out to lunch the next day. Never again. Never again. I get it. Like it's your breakup. It's not mine. But like, if you really know you're not going to let somebody go like that, don't tell your friends that you need to get away from them or I don't like, because if you're not going to do it, like, and I get it. Like, it takes people a long time to fully like break away from like an abuser or just even just like a really shitty person.
Yeah.
But like,
oh, see me, I used to interfere a lot, but now I've learned that if I'm gonna interfere, that's just gonna be permanent. Because one time the girl didn't want to leave the guy. I hacked into his Facebook and found the messages of him talking to another girl on Valentine's Day.
Oh my God.
Because she was one of those, I don't want to believe it. Like if I don't see anything, like it's not real, yada, yada, yada. And I was like, bitch, no, like we all hate him. You're going to leave this man. And I hacked into his Facebook, screenshot all the messages, sent them to her, and then they officially broke up. And she still almost thought about getting back with him. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
just makes no sense.
But yeah, that was a long time ago. We're not even friends anymore, but I still saved them.
I bet she's still friends with him.
Oh no, she's not. Terms. No, I'm cool with him.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's no, because he's kind of gay now. Like, so that's there's a lot to unpack there.
Wow.
But because we were younger when this all happened.
Okay.
So a lot of his anger was because he was like kind of on the low. Like, and a lot of his like all that macho man stuff he was putting up and like cheating and stuff was just because he wanted to seem like that rather than a guy who was, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, so like I saw him at a club and he was like, hey man, like I'm sorry for like, because he was also an asshole to me. He was like crazy. And he was like, I'm sorry for all that. And it happened like 5 years, 6, 7, maybe even 8 years before that. And I was like, we good. It's all good. But
who was he with?
He was with some girls. Several. No. Okay. He was not involved with any of them.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, he was out with the girls.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
With his little scarf.
Pearl necklace?
Nah, he not
okay.
that. But painted nails. Okay, they were fruitier on him than, you know, the ones we accept and say, yes, you can be straight and paint your nails. Like, I hate that I have to give disclaimers. Like, it's chill. Do what you want. Like,
as you are. I love the Von Cleef bracelet on you, babe. Oh, my God.
But, yeah, no, I can't stand a girl who always goes back to her ex. I just don't like when they keep complaining.
Like, I really don't mean it in, like a domestic, like, violent, like, situation. Yeah. Like, that, like, I really, like, again, takes a long time to really break from that. Mm-hmm. If it's just like you just have an ex that likes to cheat on you and you like to crash out and cry about it to your friends, to then go to lunch to talk about it with him the next day.
But what you talking about? What are you talking about? Oh, how was it? How was it cheating on me? What?
Like, yeah, Erica's like so mad at you.
What?
Like, no, like I'm saying, like what is that what they're talking about? Like at the dinner, like at their lunch? Like, oh my God, yeah, like
you Erica wouldn't believe how she reacted.
Yeah, like what was the point? So
yeah, both bums at that point.
And y'all split the check. Let me stop.
No, speaking of like this whole like, you know, supporting your gal pals and stuff. I have an issue, like what my other crash out thing are the girls whose whole personality is being a girl's girl. Cause
yes,
I am, you know, I support women's rights and wrongs. We know this. However, sometimes y'all be really wrong. And I'm like
it gets to a point.
Yeah. And it's like I don't like when people are a girl, like they say they're a girl's girl, but they do it in the way that like everything men do is horrible. That men, I'm like, whoa. We love men over here too. I love them both. But it's like, their whole thing is like men can never do anything right. And I get it. We joke here and there about stuff.
That just gives jaded more than anything.
But they truly believe like a woman can cheat and a woman can do all these terrible things. And
what
they're like,
have you met?
Oh, yeah.
That's crash out.
Yeah.
That's a crash out.
And another thing too is like I have a lot of guy friends and I hear how these girls be playing them and I feel bad for them. And I'm like, damn, it sucks. I would like to think of myself as a people's person. Not... Wait. Because I hate the guys, girls too. I'm a guy's girl. Like, all right, no, you're screwing half the crew. Like, don't do that either. I'm just a people's person.
So do you have respect for the bros? I'll always have respect for a bros bro.
A bros bro. That's just a guy's guy, right?
Yeah. They never waver in their ideology.
Men.
They wrote the blueprint. We all try to recreate it. They stick to their guns.
Men will never be more loyal to anyone than they would another man. Women, I would never snitch. Okay, that's what I won't snitch on a woman.
No,
that's what
I'm a girl's girl.
Yeah.
I'm not snitching.
But I'm telling you wrong. You're really wrong. But I'm not snitching because that's none of my business. Will I distance myself from you? Maybe. Because I'm like, okay, you're kind of like not a great person. But I'm not snitching.
I can get behind that. I can get behind that.
Yeah. Also, because now I'm on a roll.
Oh.
Because you know about this one.
Oh, God.
So we got the girls. But then we got the girls who be like, slay, queen. I can't,
No, because I know which one you don't like.
No, because
If you're ever going to text Erica in the morning, do not text Grand Rising. Because she's going to throw that fucking phone across the living room.
Because the thing is, I'm a crystal girly. I'm a little witchy. I got my freaking Palo Santo. That's my thing.
Yeah.
I do that. But like,
How do you feel about Happy Solar Return?
like, what the fuck is that? Is that not just happy birthday?
It is.
Like, come on. I'd rather you tell me cakes and candles than tell me happy solar return. Like, that should be
I
pissing
love
me
cakes
off.
and candles.
That was one of my favorites when that one came out. That was like a meme package of 2024.
I think I'm going to start saying Happy Solar Return on like daylight savings or some shit.
No, that's weird. but the slay queen shit, it's almost like it doesn't feel right to me because like, okay, I think that part of this is what it is. Like, I cannot be a girl that you put me in a group of other girls, and they're a bunch of pretty girls, right? And they're very like gorgeous people. And I see them like, oh my God, hi, nice to meet you. First off, I can't even do that. I'm like, hey, what's up? Like, I'm not also like, but I can't do the whole, oh my God, you're so pretty, da, da, da. Because I feel like, and this is gonna sound bad, I view women through the male gaze.
They're doing it for the female gaze and you're looking at them like a man. We're doing it for the female gaze.
Yes.
Reframe your mindset. Because you're not appreciating us the way we want you to appreciate us.
Me?
Yes.
What do you mean?
If I'm doing it for the female gaze, what are you looking, how are you viewing me?
I'm saying you look good. I'm not like, slay, bitch. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? I'm saying
it does what it needs to do.
No, I'm gonna view you like a dude. And I'm like, wow, your ass is fat. You look great, delicious. But I'm not gonna be like, oh my God, bitch. Like, what? Come on. Like, it feels so fake to me. Like, if a girl says that to me, I'm like, you're a hater and you're weird. Like,
do you get the same vibes if somebody says it like if they respond with like almost like a TikTok meme?
What you mean?
Like if they're like, delicious, give me 14 of them.
Oh, I love that shit. No, yeah. Give me some of that. I appreciate that. You know, and I like, when it comes to like my female friends, I like when they, like, see, I also like the way that I view women, because when they give it back to me, when they view me a little gay, and they be like, ooh, you know, hey, sexy, I be like, oh, just stop, you know?
Yo, okay.
I like
okay.
that. So,
maybe you're right.
I'm just not into the whole fake, like,
yes, mama. Like, okay.
No.
Okay.
Not a fan. Sorry. I feel like people are going to hate me for that one. Because that's like half of Instagram.
I think if it's on Instagram, it's fine. I think it depends on like, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Like if somebody were to tell me like, yes, like in person, I might be like, okay, like, did I look shitty yesterday? And now I look good today. Like, do I look shitty today? You're just trying to make me feel better.
Yeah.
But I like being amped up in my comments no matter what it is.
But it also depends.
Like, right here, officer. And that's the comment? Yeah.
Like, if it's part of their, like, general vocabulary, if that's how they speak, sure.
But people say happy, like, Grand Rising. Happy Solar Return.
But yeah, you notice I'm not friends with those people. Like,
it's true.
Like,
this is fucking true.
If that's just how you talk, I'm not down with that. Because it's like, not everything is super spiritual. Like, I like viewing the world through, like, whatever lens I view it through. But at the same time, like, be fucking for real. Like, just happy birthday. You wish me some good times, good life, you know, another year. Like, and that's it.
Some cake and candles.
Yeah, come to the birthday dinner. We party. Yeah. Go to sleep by 11. That's it. Grand Rising, slow solar return. But if Mercury's in retrograde, I'm going to text you for that. Like, hey, you want to know everything's fucking up?
So can I text you Grand Rising the day that Mercury retrograde ends?
No.
But it is a Grand Rising that day.
Every rising is grand, all right? Like, we're not giving special risings grandness. I'm grand.
You are
What
grand.
if I said Grand Erica? Now we just making shit up. Grand Piri, Grand Taylor. We grand. I wumble, you wumble, you get wumble.
Oh my gosh. Let me see which other.
See, I be fed up.
No, you were bad. You were mad. That was a big mad one for you.
No, I'm not a fan. Piri, are you grand?
Oh, this was like a small crash. Well, I don't know. These are all like...
They're all worthy. Give it to me.
Because these are all different tangents for me. One is not really a tangent. Sending a screenshot. Oh, sorry. Sending a screenshot to the person you screenshotted.
Oh, yeah.
I get I haven't done that in years.
Oh, I do it kind of often. And I'd be like, I was talking shit about you, my bad. Like, it is what it is. Because there's no way, if I'm screenshotting it, it had to have been wild enough that there's no way that you're dumb enough to think that what you said was crazy. Like,
I get more scared when I'm trying to show somebody a photo. I hate when people look into my camera roll when I'm trying to pull something up. Because I almost always have a screenshot of something that they don't need to see. Like, whether it is them, whether it is a Hinge profile, whether it's a screenshot that I took of our conversation or their Instagram. Like, I don't feel like explaining why this is here. We have somewhere to go. I have a photo to show you of a grand rising.
No, please. No, that reminds me of my father because he's the type of person that if I show him a picture, he needs to take the whole phone
and scroll. And
then I see his finger moving. I'm like, where the fuck are you going? What else is there to look at? So, no, when I was younger, because he caught on. Like now when I show him stuff, I don't let go of the phone. He'd be like, all right, I get it. But like, when I was younger, I want to say like 18, 19, whenever I wanted to show him something or if it was several photos, I would put it in a separate album. So I knew he couldn't scroll far enough to see something that he shouldn't have seen.
So funny. What did he see that taught you?
No, he never saw anything. I just know my father. He's nosy.
Okay.
Yeah, and like, there was maybe like 1 or 2 times that he scrolled and I didn't do that. I was like, oh shit, he does that? And that's why I caught on. Okay. Because, No.
Do you think you're going to be that person when you're older? I feel like I'm going to pretend to do it to my kids at least once. Like, oh, dude. No. See what the fuck is going on.
Because I feel like...
The wind blows too hard.
I feel like if I do that, then it'll be the one time I really shouldn't have seen that. And I'm like, you know what? I think I'm better off not. So yeah.
Fair enough.
Oh my God. I hate those fucking sneaky scrollers.
Oh, your go?
Oh no, you can go again. I did a few.
Let's see. Okay. Now I'll get into like, oh my God. Okay. Different types in the friend group. The end. This as a topic doesn't bother me. I think I would be more upset if me and all my friends had the same type.
Yes.
However
rings. Grand however
you need
rings.
to hold space for me right now. Okay.
Oh, this whole space. That's up there with the fucking sleigh.
Oh my
God. I love Wicked, but I hate the holding space shit.
No, holding space we were doing before Wicked.
Oh, I thought
oh my God, we're dressed like Wicked today.
Would you look at that? But no, I don't fuck with it. Like, Ariana doesn't even fuck with it. She was like, I don't even know what that meant. Ariana, what are you doing here?
I just, if I'm being mean, I need the space to be a little bigger than what it is. That's all. If I'm being mean, I just need the space to be a little bigger. That's all.
You got all the space. You got grand spacing.
I got grand space right now.
Okay, go.
I've said this before, so I'm gonna say it. I feel like when we bring to the group what we're working with, the crowd goes wild.
Yeah, that's a lie.
What do you mean?
They don't go wild every time for me.
I do.
You go, yes.
Okay.
Within our group, yes.
Yes.
But I have friends that have said, this shit pissed me off one day. She said this shit in passing. So I have expressed this in several situations that I don't have a type. You can look at all my exes and you're like, what the fuck is the similarity? It gotta be personality because it certainly isn't looks.
Pretty teeth.
Okay. The one with the tooth, bro. Come on. The dog tooth. Bitch. The dog tooth. Oh my God. College, bro. The dog tooth. The only dude I dated in college.
Oh.
Yes. Like,
You're so right.
Yeah, like sometimes I gave people some grace here and there. I was like, you know what, it's okay, we can deal with it. Get some braces, get some composite stuff going on in your teeth.
Yeah.
Whatever. It didn't last anyways, it's fine. So, you know, all my exes look very different. And this one girl had the nerve to tell me, we were sitting on a ferry just talking. And she was like, you know, like your type is like always below average. I was like, bitch, like if you looked at her track record, no. Because I'm okay with my friends having ugly boyfriends who are really sweet. I won't even be mean to them. I'm like, you know what? Like,
I won't even be mean to them. Yeah. It's crazy,
like, I hold space for all the Benny Blancos of the world. But like,
you're better than me.
But if you're ugly and a terrible guy, fuck you.
Yeah.
And that's all she's ever dealt with. I'm like, yo, you can't even pick a good personality. You telling me that all my guys are below average? You shouldn't even have the right to have a say. What the fuck are you saying? So, yes, I understand that whole friend group not having the same type because
it's just like, I hate seeing my really pretty friend crashing out over a Benny Blanco. Like,
that's just what we're gonna call them. They can crash out over, but a nice guy who's ugly?
It doesn't matter. There's a nice guy that's pretty.
No.
No, but like, fine. Because
nice guys.
No, because if they did something that made my friend crash out, they're no longer nice. Their personality matches their face.
So then maybe they were never nice. So we're
again.
So then we're
brings me back to the point.
He's not a Benny Blanco then. A Benny Blanco's a nice, ugly guy.
So then what do we call them?
Not nice, ugly guys. Bad, ugly guys.
But I feel like if they led with the fact that they even looked like Benny Blanco, and I'm just like, okay, see, like, this is why we don't deal with fucking trolls.
What? They can have some troll in them if they're a good guy.
I don't bring trolls. I mean, clearly they're not around anymore, though, but like...
Yeah. But still, like, I had some questionable, who I knew they were questionable going into it, you know?
I don't think
even ones that you have thought were attractive that I've dealt with, I was still like, nah.
Have you feel like there's one that I brought was like that was ever questionable?
What?
Do you feel like there's anyone I've ever brought?
Yes.
Okay. Oh my god, who?
But to me.
Okay, but who?
But it's okay. Hold on. But it's because they're not my type. It's not because I'm like.
Okay.
You know.
But who?
The most recent one. It was my biggest. What the fuck. Bro, no, none of the recent, the main one. Oh. Yeah. I was always like, what the fuck is she doing?
I mean, over time.
Listen,
over time, he did not age well.
From the jump, I was always like, I don't get it. But you loved him. You know?
That was my Benny Blanco.
Benny Blanco's nice. He wasn't nice. You gotta stop calling him Benny Blanco. He was just
maybe
mean.
This is a crash out that I just have to crash out about on my own. It's just so right.
But yeah.
But that also brings me to my subpart crash out. Like, if you know you have a very niche type and you don't, I just feel like, I don't know, if I'm talking to anybody, that screenshot's immediately being sent to the group. If I have a type, if I'm talking to somebody, I'm sending a screenshot, it's getting sent immediately first class to the group chat. Everybody has to see what I'm working with right now. If you gatekeep it, or him, let me not say it.
Nah, it's an it if it's as ugly for
like,
enough for you to gatekeep.
Why are you gatekeeping him? Like,
yeah. No, I've had, you know what? There was actually a few guys with one of my ex-best friends. He knew if I thought a guy I was talking to was ugly, if I didn't show him a picture immediately. He was like, how he look? He got a mole or something? Because you talk about him, but I haven't seen a photo. And I feel like, I don't know. And it wasn't because they were ugly. They just weren't, no. They was just like, they were just things that were different. Like how long they grew their hair out or something. Sure. And I know, I was like, even I was iffy. Like, because if I'm already iffy, then I'm like, all right, my friends are going to have no fucking mercy. You know? Like, so, but none of those really lasted.
I wonder if we've ever been sent to a group chat and got clowned. I know I probably have.
I dare any of my exes to say, my exes are sending photos of me now saying, oh, I had that, and they had me at 16. Don't fucking lie. Shit. My self-esteem way too up there.
No, it needs to keep it up there, babe. Keep it up there.
Oh.
Not the angst.
You ready for my my useless crash outs?
Okay.
Because mine are always in a really like other category than what we're talking. If you're vegan or vegetarian, please stop making recipes that say this is a meatless meat. You know, like just say it's mushrooms. Like, no.
Impossible buffalo wings.
Like what?
Bitch, it's cauliflower.
Like the most recent one I saw, here's how to make eggs out of beans. Whoa.
Huh?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Like eggs out of beans. It don't, bro, makes no sense. Cut it out. You know you miss meat. You miss the beef. Just eat some. The animal's already dead. Now this is when I'm stepping into like scary territory, but it's already at the grocery store. Like, they even put it in patties for you. Just slap it on the grill.
Okay, but how do you feel about Impossible burgers? I don't mind them.
I mean, like, why are we calling them impossible? They're impossible to eat because they taste bad? Like, what's so impossible about it?
I think...
What is it?
I don't know.
That's part of the problem. You got fucking mystery meat that isn't even meat.
But it's like I don't know. Me personally, I don't have the best track record for what the fuck I eat. So what's an Impossible burger to me? If it's supposed to be better for me.
And then it costs more. Hold on. What's in an Impossible? Is it like mushed up?
I really don't know. Like, I don't know if it's just like beans or if it's like eggplant or like, I think it depends on like what you get.
Nah, you can't give me an Impossible burger and pass it off as meat. I could tell the difference between Heinz and Hunt's ketchup. And I'm not gonna know that this shit is what, mushed up carrots? Like, it's just, yo, like, there are certain things I got no tolerance for.
Yo. That's on your cut the foolery list? Impossible meat.
Oh my God. Okay, here's another time that this one's a story time. I got really upset. I'm sure that this friend doesn't watch my podcast, so I'm gonna talk shit real quick. So I had a gathering at my house. It was like seven of us. You know how I host. You can have whatever plates, whatever cups, take whatever soda from the fridge, take chips, take snacks, whatever. So I had chocolate chip cookies. My friend was like, hey, can I get cookies and milk? I said, yeah, get some cookies and milk. I have so many cups. You know, I have like fucking 100 cups.
Yeah.
Ranging from all sizes. I even have a cup that's really wide that is like the best for dipping cookies.
I'm already
and it was
nervous.
my chocolate chip cookie dipping cup. And I wouldn't have even minded if he took it because I'm like, you know what, bro, it makes sense. And then I have smaller cups in case you like a deep dunk because you weird and like getting your fingers wet. That's up to you. But this motherfucker, I'm short.
I'm nervous.
No, like, I'm short. So all the cups I use on the first and second shelf.
Yeah.
This motherfucker goes the fourth shelf. The one I gotta
shit.
use the stepping stool to get to. And I'm like, I was watching him, like, what fucking cup is he gonna get? Because I have like weird cups. He takes the world's favorite dog mom cup.
Wait.
Y'all know how I feel about my dog.
Wait. He took the dog mommy cup.
World's best dog. Yeah, I think I said favorite by mistake. It's world's best dog mom. Everyone knows how I feel about my fucking dog. Why? Why would you pick? And it's smaller than all the other ones I just named. And then I made a slight scene about him. I said, you picked that fucking cup, but the milk was already in it. There's nothing I could do. And he was like, yeah, why? I was like, and I'm looking at everyone like, somebody back me up here. And they all looking at me like, Erica, you're on your own on this one. And I had to like, woos out. I went to my room.
Oh, shit.
I had to like, hold the fuck up. Like, he can't be fucking for real. Anyone with common sense. No, like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I would have picked a fucking bowl of Tupperware to dip my cookies in before I picked somebody's world's best dog mom cup.
Oh my God.
But, yeah, that was certainly
I don't blame you for
I had
that.
to crash out in silence. It was tough. I wanted to beat his ass. We still friends. I love the guy, but
But when he comes over, you hide the cup.
yeah, no, I definitely push it to the back. I'm so for real, because I'm like, we're not doing this shit again.
I feel like you forgot. Like, nobody could talk about poop, vomit, throw up, like anything slightly gross. It's really more like with just shit. You cannot talk about shit while Erica's eating.
Okay, I'm a gross person, right? But
That's your limit.
yeah, but while I'm eating, while I have texture in my mouth, and you want to talk about this hot shit you took in the middle of the day, you know, and it's steamy. And
It's not even that. Like, nobody's ever talking about that. It'll just be like, oh, I stepped in dog shit.
Hey, no. That's fine. I got some descriptive ass friends and family. The people who I keep around, like, I love this about them, but at the same time, I kind of fucking hate it. That they just get so descriptive. So fucking descriptive. I got family members with the worst bowel, symptoms. And, like, they just feel the need to go so in depth with how they explain really messy, stinky situations. And my thing is, if I'm eating, I don't know if this is like something with your senses or whatever, because some people can really detach their mouth from their ears. Like they could hear about poop and they're not thinking that there's shit in their mouth. But like for me, if I'm like, let's say I'm eating chocolate pudding and you want to talk to me about like this wet shit that your dog took or something, or your cat took, and how you had to clean it. Now I'm picturing slimy shit in my mouth.
I remember one time you cursed me out because you were eating Rocky Road.
Yeah,
and I had to
imagine that shit. You got almonds, marshmallow, and chocolate ice cream, and you talking about shit, bro.
I learned my lesson very quick.
What's worse is that when it happens around people who aren't aware, I can't bring it up because the lovely people in my life will just proceed to talk about it and keep on just so that they can piss me off. They're just like, oh man, you want to hear about the time I fucking puked? Like, you want to hear the time I had running shit down my leg?
That was so funny.
Yo,
honestly, though, I learned to... Wait.
Hold on. You can't hear people. You can't see people throw up.
I can't.
You have a fear of people throwing... You can't even have babies because you...
Wow.
You can't deal with them puking.
You know what? You know what's funny? I learned to empathize with you. I was at my friend's house the other day, and I don't even remember what the fuck I was eating. And I heard, like, you know when somebody's in the bathroom, you could hear, like, them shitting? Mm-hmm. And I heard it, and I literally almost threw up right there. It was so bad.
Good. What kind of sound was it?
I burnt it out of my mind.
Was it like my motorcycle sounds, the pra pra pra, or was it like...
No.
Have you ever... Like, it almost felt like you pissed out your ass?
Well, it was a man, so I don't think it felt like that for him. Does it feel like that for them?
What do you mean?
Like if they piss out their ass?
No, like when it's so runny.
Okay, wait.
Who really pisses out their ass? Like,
we're straying so far. We're straying so far from the plot, and I'm gonna throw up again.
You're gonna throw up. Also, you don't like poop now.
I think it's sharts I don't like. I don't
Sharts?
like hearing people shart.
Oh.
I mean, who does? But like,
I mean, no one enjoys it, but I could deal with that more than some. Like, cause when anyone tells a story, I can smell it, hear it, see it, feel it. And
you're an empath, like on some deep shit.
No, like I was there.
What the fuck?
Like, what? Like, you guys know what happened next because I saw. Like,
oh my god.
Yeah. No, I could do like.
Oh, that's wicked.
But I think part of it too is because I had like I have I have 3 younger siblings. So like regularly like seeing diapers and poop, and now having a dog, and I had a dog growing up, like quick moments of like a fart, a poop, change a diaper, like that's fine throughout the day. Like I could change a diaper or like pick up a wee wee pad right before eating. But while I'm chewing, you want to tell a story? No, you're fired. So my next crash out isn't even mine. It's Piri's. Piri's my dog. That's the short version of Piragua, for those of you who don't know. Piri's crash out is my neighbor. My neighbor's mute, so she sounds like a mute person. Girl be yelling, not saying words, just straight, huh, all the time. I need to give people, I need to let them, what if someone's never heard a mute person before?
As you were.
So every time he hears her coming home, he starts barking and growling and stuff. And he goes absolutely fucking berserk. So that's his crash out. But I bring this up because I had a thought having to do with mute people. It's not offensive.
Okay.
I don't think. I was thinking because, like, okay, so the other day, not the other day, this was like a few months ago. Everything's the other day. She knocked on my door and she was communicating with hand gestures, had no idea what she was, because it wasn't like sign language or anything. It was just like random hand gestures. And I'm like, what is happening? And then she points to her door, and at her door, she has a bag of laundry. And then she brings me to her door, and then she moves the key, kind of like I don't have my key kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And with all that, I gathered like, okay, she went downstairs to get her laundry, forgot her key on the way up, and she needs to find a way to get in. And she needs me to call the emergency people because obviously she can't talk. And I was thinking, imagine being mute without neighbors who have common sense. Like, imagine having really
You're like,
dumb
oh,
neighbors.
you want me to kick your door down?
Yeah, like, imagine that. Or imagine, like, you're a fucking idiot and you're like, here, this bitch go again bothering me. Like, and ever since then, like, if she ever sees my package downstairs and I'm not home, she brings it to my door. And we got a rhythm going. Because sometimes, like, one time, I don't know how I understood her, but she told me that the girl from the second floor tried to steal my package and that she pulled it away from her and brought it to my door. And I was like, that fucking bitch. And she was like, oh, and I was like, yeah, Erica. Bro, like that's, no, I'm not even exaggerating. That's how that shit went. And I was just like that's fucking, what's crazier too, I don't know if she knows how to like write or text or anything, because I would assume that would be how she communicates people, at least on the phone.
I would assume so.
But I would have thought that when she communicates to me, like, you write something on your phone, show me the screen, and I could write something back, or even like give me your number.
Have you tried it out? Have you ever?
I would have thought that if that's something that she does, like, I'm sure she comes across more people who could talk than don't. Like, I would have thought that she would have had her methods by now. So I just think that maybe she just doesn't, maybe she never learned or something. But yeah, that shit was crazy.
How the fuck did she get the apartment then?
Like, that's my business.
Okay, but like,
maybe her daughter,
now you need
she's
to,
older, so
you
maybe
need to do like the Taylor Swift, like from like the "You Belong with Me," like hold up a sign one day, see if she writes back now.
Stop.
Because you have this theory that she literally can't fucking speak.
Don't make me bring up Helen Keller. Okay then.
Because I tried to not put it on my crash out list. I tried.
Listen, anything.
Maybe she doesn't write in English. Like maybe she writes in like Spanish and she can tell you're Puerto Rican.
Google Translate.
Oh.
She could have wrote in Spanish. She could have done a lot of things. But we got our language going on, so it don't matter. And my last and final
What's understood doesn't need to be said.
See, now you fucked up.
I'm sorry.
So, my last and final crash out, in general, is people without spatial awareness. But there's a subcategory to that crash out that pisses me off even more. Children without spatial awareness.
But how old?
They could walk.
Okay.
That's pretty young. I don't give a fuck.
That's very young.
They can all get rocked. Because
okay.
How is it? I hate when kids do this. They walk one way and they looking behind them. They looking to the left. They looking to the right. And I'm the type of person, because I remember when I was younger, if ever I was doing that dumb shit and I was being an idiot, if ever someone like bumped into me, I was shitting. I was like, oh my fucking God, I could have got kidnapped. I was freaking the fuck out. So whenever I see a stupid little kid, I keep walking whichever way I was walking, because I dare you to bump into me. I want you to bump into me. I'm going to stand there like a fucking stone until you run into... Actually, I want you to start running into my knee, because I hate that. Like,
have you ever had like a kid like grab like your thigh because they think you're their mom? And then they look up and they're like, oh my God.
I grill them. Like, I'm not your mother. Like, don't fucking touch me. Like, I love kids, but I also love, like, checking them. Because why are you so dumb? Like, no. I can't stand that shit. Like, you're nice because you got a niece and nephews. I got siblings. I was bullying them their whole lives. And they bully me back now. That shit, it happened today. And what was crazier, his mother was like, there's different rows of people like on the sidewalk. So he's like 2 rows of people behind. So I thought people were in front of him were his parents. They weren't. And this is even worse. Kids are fucking dumb, because I did this a little bit as a kid. I'd like to think I did it better than this kid did it, but I guess maybe I sucked just as much, but I'm not going to admit that. And he's walking He's changing his pacing. He's swerving a little bit. And me and my boyfriend are trying to get the fuck around this kid. And he's just like...
He's like zigzagging across the street.
Yeah. And then, but he'll do slow steps. Ooh, little swervy. Long step, short step. And I'm like, what the fuck is he... Like, I need to get somewhere. I was just going to a diner, but that's where I wanted to go.
Yeah.
And then I look at him. His mother was like all the way in front. He ran up to her like, oh shit, mom's over there. I was like, oh my God. Like... You weren't even near. You could have gotten kidnapped. These
So wait, he was walking behind his parents?
Yeah.
That's a huge pet peeve of mine, especially in New York. I feel like people are just so confident that nobody would want their fucking child to allow them to walk behind them.
Like, that's the one they look for. They look for the ones with bad parents. And now your kid's gone. You deserve that. What is your final question?
Oh. I can get my phone out.
I'm just encouraging
Called
kidnapping.
everybody a shit fucking parent in New York.
No, they are.
Let's see.
I hope someone talks about shit while you chew mashed potatoes.
I have like a low stakes one and then like one that actually really pisses me off. My low stakes one is insufferable like bosses and managers, because I just feel like that one can vary. I really feel like it varies based on like how you value your life outside of work and like how well you dissociate with work, because I feel like insufferable managers and bosses, like you can't crash out in the workplace. Like you can't be like, you know what, like like you can't do it. And I want it, like I'm so glad I'm not at a job where like I have somebody that's like insufferable like that. Actually, there's an employee that I find insufferable, and like I would love to crash out on her, because I think like deep down what I would love to say to her is like, girly, like I have problems that make your, I can't even, you know exactly what I want to fucking say.
What, she got kids?
To her problems. No.
Oh.
Well, you already know what I would compare her problems to.
What would you compare her problems to?
So
wait, you lost me. I'm a little slow.
Like I would love to tell her, because this is a really fucked up thing I started recently saying, but it really like, it's really how I feel.
Oh my God, don't say that.
I can't. Okay,
No,
fine.
say it. Let me give my disclaimer beforehand. What she's gonna say is fucked up, and I wouldn't say this. And I say some fucked up stuff. So before you share this shit, know that I don't co-sign. Proceed.
Like her problem with me, I want to preface this. This is a person, my senior, who her issue with me is that I said maybe 2 or 3 things that just didn't sit right with her over the course of like the last 8 months. And she's now decided that she wants to be like pissed off about them in the workplace. One of those things I want you to keep in mind is I told her it's okay if she has to leave early to take her kid to drop off. And she thought I was insinuating that like she's looking to leave early or she always leaves early and blah, 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 blah. And now she just has this massive problem with me and this nasty attitude with me. And I really would love to tell her that like in the grand scheme of my life, my work life and my personal life, her nipping at my side is like a person putting up a lost dog flyer on September 12th, 2001. Bitch, fuck you and your dog. Like we have bigger shit going on than your problems. Like I can't, like, what? You want me to be mad? You want me to hold space because I told you it's okay for your kid to go to drop off? Bitch, I might not have an apartment in 2 months. And I'm supposed to hold space for that? That ended up being a way bigger crash out than I thought it would. I thought it was over. I'm sorry. Clearly I'm not.
I will always have empathy for the lost dog. I don't care what day it is.
I'll always be sad too, but shit, sometimes in the workplace, we have bigger problems in our life than the fact that you thought I was trying to be shady to you because I was trying to help you get your kid to school.
Bigger fish to fry. We could have said that.
No, like that is bro. She's talking about a goldfish, I got a whale in front of me. Like I really can't. Not to fry. You see, like again, I can't even, bro. Don't put that in there. I like my job.
No, it's going in. They're not watching this.
I hope not.
And they don't even know which job. It's 2023.
You're so right.
Right now.
You're so right. It is 2023.
Would you look at that?
New Year's
Actually,
was the other day.
It's 2001. all right.
What an asshole.
You know that weird seat you get on the plane that you don't really have the window, so you're relying on either the person in front of you's window or the person behind you's window.
Oh, yeah.
And I see a little fucking toddler hand slide that shit down. Motherfucker, like, fucking nap time. Can I just see us take off? Can I see the clouds? Can I see the sun a little bit? That shit pisses me, especially when it's a fucking kid. Like, why are you an 80-year-old man in a toddler's butt? Every kid wants to see. But this is just one kid that did it to me, and that's why I'm so mad. Like, and I just said his little crusty little Cheeto fingers that, let me put that down real quick. Fuck you. Fuck you. With that being said, do you have any last words for the audience?
No, I think I'm good. It's been good. It's been great to be back. I'm glad we crashed out together.
Yeah.
Thank you for holding space.
Bitch, please. All right. Thank you guys for listening and watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Give me 5 stars, comments, engage with me. You know, allow me to quit my job, all that good stuff. Thank you for watching. I love you. Good morning, good evening, good night, whenever the fuck you're watching this. And we hope you enjoyed the crash outs. So I will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.